Hello, nice to meet you.
I'm Alessandra.
Hi, nice to meet you.
And Kathy has bad internet connection, but she's there.
Okay. Hi, Catherine. Nice to meet you too.
Okay, so I'm just gonna
I'm here.
there. I'm just gonna start off. So just tell us a bit about yourself, what you do, who you are, that kind of thing.
My name is Joseph Hanham and I'm a TikToker. I'm 15 years old and I make predominantly comedy videos of school skits. I like to say like grade sevens, essays, goth slash emos, teachers, all that type of stuff. I've been doing TikTok for about 2 years now, but I only just started to blow up over these Christmas holidays.
Why did you start making like these types of TikToks?
So I started making these types of TikToks because I really, really enjoyed making people laugh, making people smile, and doing comedy and stuff. And it all started when I bought a wig online ages ago, and it didn't come for months. And I was like, is this wig gonna come? Should I call them? It came, and then that just sparked my creativity. And here I am now making TikToks every day with a decent following. So that's sort of how I got started. But yeah, it was mainly just because I love making people laugh and stuff. Yeah, Bella, I call her Bella the baddie, the grade seven.
Iconic
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, we all know that girl.
You stand all about it.
Yes, I love that. I love that. Like, if you like say the name, people know who that is. Like, that just makes me so happy.
I love Glenna the Goth.
Glenna the Goth, she is a fan favorite. There's no denying it. Like, everyone, she's underrated. Everyone loves her too.
Okay, so tell us a bit about your journey on social media so far.
So, as I said, I started about 2 years ago. Firstly making skits. It was before I even got the wig, I started making just grade seven skits. I thought it might be funny, cool, different. I don't know how I had the confidence to first post it, having only like 60 followers when I first started. Like, I don't know what possessed me to first post it, but I posted it and then it kind of did well. Now in hindsight, not really. It got like 5,000 views, but for me at the time I was like, this is amazing. So I just kept building on it, and then eventually I started getting a bit of momentum, and it was when I hit 100K is when everything really changed for me. Like, I got contacted by a manager, I got brand deals, I got all this amazing stuff. And just as I said, over these Christmas holidays, it's just gone crazy. Like, up to 670,000 followers now. And when I go out in public, like today, I went out in public and I got noticed. And it's been overall a really amazing journey, which I'm very grateful to be able to, like, I never thought that this would ever happen to me because I'm a 15-year-old boy making TikToks in my bedroom. But, here we are, here I am, just living my best life, having fun with what I do. Like, it's not many people get to say that they just make 60-second videos in a wig for a living.
Yeah, and I think that's so great as well. Like the fact that what you're doing, it's fun for you and for everyone else who gets to watch that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously you mentioned the obviously getting approached by a manager and the brands and all that. How did that feel?
At first, it was surreal because you always just like see like brand deals on TikTok when you're scrolling through your For You page and you're like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Like, but to be actually able to do that and be on the opposite end of not just seeing it, but doing it, it's a really crazy experience. Like, sending videos back and forth. Like, I recently did one with TikTok for the Mardi Gras, and it took me 3 draft attempts. And this was like my first official brand deal. It took me 3 attempts to get the right one. And it's just like, it can sometimes be a bit overwhelming, but it's such, like, you just have to ground yourself and be so grateful that like you are a influencer, you're a social media influencer, people love watching you and stuff. And like, it's just crazy. That's all I have to say. It's just crazy. Like, yeah.
you now have over 676,000 followers on TikTok, which is amazing. How does it feel knowing that so many people are interested in your videos?
It's weird to think about that many people. Like I think I've had like over 100 million views on all my videos combined. That is such a crazy thing it's just this crazy thing to wrap your head around and understand and just try and like make sense of the situation that many people like watching my TikToks. And along with that stuff does come the hate, but you got to remember like 600,000 people compared to like 20,000 hate comments. Like it's such an amazing experience. Like it's so surreal to think that like I don't know, like sometimes I like to like go into a stadium and see how many seats it can hold and see, oh my God, that's how many people could like fit into that stadium. Like that's my followers. Like it's just so, it's overwhelming at times, but you know, there's a lot of pressure, but I love what I do. And that's the main thing. You just gotta love what you do. And then it's just so, it's such a fun thing. It's just fun.
So you brought up that kind of pressure. What's your like go-to thing to just like take a step back and bring yourself back to it? Like what do you do in that type of situation?
Yeah, so recently I have been struggling, not necessarily with my mental health, but dealing with the hate comments, dealing with the pressure. And me and my mum have put strategies in place. So I've got a diary back there, which I write 10 things I'm grateful for every night. I try to get out and do runs or walks around the block whenever I possibly can, which is not my favorite thing because I don't like exercise, but you know, I still do it. I listen to a meditation every night. I put my phone down. That's the main thing, to put your phone down, take a break from it, do some study, go on calls with your friends, play some games. That's just some of the strategies that I have in place to ensure that the pressure doesn't get too much. But there's always days where it does. Like I have to come home. The other day I had to film for the ABC iView and I had this thing till 8:30 at night, and I got home at 9 o'clock and I raced upstairs, filmed for like an hour just to get this video. Like that's some of the other types of pressure, but you know, you do it, you got to work hard and then you can relax, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Obviously people don't see like all the work that kind of goes into things. So a lot of it's just like, yeah, I guess it's kind of dismissed from us, like people who watch it. We don't really get to see that side. So it's really interesting hearing you talk about that.
Yeah.
And in terms of your content, how do you come up with your ideas? Like what inspires you?
Well, it's tricky because I've been doing it for 2 years and I'm pushing out a new video every single day. And I often reuse some of my ideas and make them better that I've done ages ago. Like I'm talking last year. So new followers wouldn't necessarily been like, oh, he's already done that video. But I often reuse some of my video ideas to come up with that content because sometimes my creative mind just doesn't think that well under pressure. And like creating new characters is a great way to keep pushing out more content, just in case. Like I still have had Bella for my whole TikTok career, but I've now got Glenna, the teacher, the mum, the SJ, which I can always call upon if I'm having trouble thinking of an idea, which I oftentimes do. But it's not easy, put it that way. It's like not easy to think of content every single day, but I'm always looking out for new trends on my For You page that I could do dances to, or like sound that I could act out with one of my characters. And then obviously my skits, which I do. So yeah, that's kind of how I create content every day.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like a video every day, you just think about that. Like if you just take a second, it's like, whoa. Like
Yeah.
I struggle to think about ideas for like, I don't know, assessment videos. A video a day, I don't know. That kind of just seems so crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but as I say, I love I love it. It's fun when I get to look back at it and be like, wow, that's actually funny. Like I'm actually doing something funny for once in my life. That's like the best feeling.
You ever like go back and just watch your own videos and like
I do, and I go back, I scroll down to the bottom and I watch some of those videos and I'm like, this is the worst thing I've ever watched in my life. And I'm like, this is so horrible. I'm so glad that I've actually had a journey. Like the other day, one of my friends said to me, like, she was like, some of your TikToks were really bad, but now they're actually funny. And I was like, "Oh, thank you so much. That actually means a lot to me. Like, I know they were really bad, but you
hey,
know,
it's that growth that matters, that progress.
exactly. It's the growth.
Yeah, we all start somewhere, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, we all do.
Yeah. Did you ever think you'd be posting on TikTok and Instagram like you do now?
That's actually a really good question because when TikTok became like the big new thing, I used to be one of the people that were like, oh, I'm never going to download TikTok. And I used to like make fun of my friends for having TikTok. And now here I am.
Famous last words.
Yeah, exactly. Here I am, like, and an influencer on TikTok. And I know I never ever thought that it would happen. And TikTok is specifically such a great platform because your videos are being pushed out to everyone compared to Instagram. Like it's your followers, your posts are being pushed out to your followers. And then maybe if you have a reel, it might come up in your feed, but that's very, it's rare. Instagram's a lot harder to grow on, but TikTok is endless opportunities to grow on. So no, I never did think I would be making videos on TikTok, but I'm very grateful that I am making videos on TikTok because it's kind of become my life and I really love it. Yeah.
So just going back a bit, before TikTok, what did you want to do? What were your goals?
That is another great question. I wanted to be, okay, I'm very obsessive over things. So I've had a few things that I was insanely obsessed about. Number one was musical theater, which I still love. I'm still in my school musical, which is coming up. I love musical theater. I love singing, dancing, acting, all that fun stuff. But that was my main goal, and that is something that I would still love to go into, just for fun, like a community choir, a community show or something like that. I love that. But that was my main goal when I was younger. And whether I had the talent to back that goal up, I don't know, probably not. But that was my goal and I was determined to get there. The next thing I wanted to do was makeup artist. I'd be a makeup artist. I loved makeup. I still do love makeup. I don't really do it on myself. I do it on other people, but I have so much in the cupboard right next to me, like it's excessive. But that was one of my goals that I wanted to do. And then when I started to think about, because I'm in grade 11 now, when I started to think about, crap, we're actually gonna go out, and I actually have to go out into the real world and have a job and study something. And this is before TikTok. I wanted to be a psychologist, which something that still interests me. I love helping people. I love helping people with mental health, making them feel better and all that stuff. But yeah, now that I have my TikTok, I don't think I'm ever going to go back to any of those other options because this is it's just worked out well for me, really well for me. Yeah.
Well, I feel like all three of those things could very easily work into your TikTok. So they're like, yeah, they all like work well together, I guess.
They really do. Like they're all creative type of things. Yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned that you're still in high school. So you're a high school student yourself. How do you keep that school life, social media balance kind of going?
Yeah, so I try my hardest. Obviously, if something exciting happens, I will tell my friends about it, but I try my hardest not to tell my friends about things that are happening in my TikTok and like in that life, that TikTok life, because I think I like to keep things separate. Like my whole personality trait is not being a TikToker, whether we like it or not. I'm not a grade 7, I'm a grade 11. So I like to try and keep my friends and don't talk about that stuff with them. I like to keep those things separate. But school-wise, grade 11 has turned out to be a lot harder than I thought. So I'm starting to work out a plan to balance my TikTok and school life. But think I think I'm doing all right at it. Like I'm not failing anything yet. So
Well, I'm in year 11 myself, and trust me, without the whole TikTok aspect, the struggle is real. I don't know how you're doing all of it, but good on you.
The English, I can't even deal with English as a subject. I'm so bad at it. I'd rather math because it's right or wrong, but English is like, there's so much gray area in it. It's like, this is not persuasive enough. Like, it's all that stuff.
I'm the total opposite. I find that so strange. You're more of a creative person, but you like math more.
I know.
Interesting.
I prefer math. Like I'm in general math, but like I prefer math. Like because it's just like right or wrong. I like being told what to do, like, and having like a clear solution, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so what comes next in your career? Like, what steps would you like to take in the next few years?
That's a great question. I would love to. So I talk about this with my manager all the time. It starts off with brand deals. That's how most TikTok careers, influence careers start off. And then you can start branching into potentially podcasts, YouTube channels, TV. I would love to make guest appearances in TV shows as like one of my characters, or like something like that. Like, I don't know if you know Millie Graham, the teacher. Yeah,
Yes,
she was in Bump. Like something like that would be an amazing opportunity that I'd absolutely love to have. Yeah, so that's some areas it could go, but it could go to it. Honestly, the way I look at it is there's no limit, and I don't want to close myself off to doing one thing specifically. I want to do a podcast. I want to be on TV. I want to have my own Netflix show. Like I want to do everything. I really want to break the Australian market, because if you look at like Australians, they only are Australian. I want to go like across the world, if that makes sense. Like any opportunity that comes my way, I'm taking it. Like, even if it's a bad paid brand deal, I'm still taking it. It's experience. It's just working my way up. I'm just doing
just another thing on the list. It's
exactly. It's another thing to my resume, basically. So I'm just trying to see how it goes, but it could honestly go anywhere, and I'm so excited to see where this actually goes for me.
I love to see how passionate you are about this whole TikTok and going far in your journey. I love to see.
Yeah, it's I love it. Like I love thinking where I could go. Like I just sometimes I want to have like a tour where I want to go on a tour, and I like practice it downstairs in my lounge room, like dancing to the tour in my grade 7 wig, and like I'm such a child at heart. Like I just want to go everywhere. I want to do everything I can, and YOLO, you only live
Yeah, it's really nice that you're like branching out to like different
once.
other things. So yeah.
I'd love, yeah, like I don't want to be in one area. I want to be everywhere. It's this TikTok is just one platform which I can build off, and I am going to build off. Yeah.
All right. So you mentioned you're in your 11. That's near the end of high school. What do you plan on doing after high school?
That's a good question. I want to do this TikTok social media thing for the rest of my life, and people might think I'm insane, because it's like it doesn't seem like a practical life. It doesn't seem like it earns the best money, but I just want to do this for the rest of my life. It makes me happy. It's what I love. As the previous question, like I can go anywhere from here. I love meeting fans in public. Like just I feel like I was made for this life, like this famous influencer life. And I say that in inverted commas because I wouldn't consider it famous. It's just like clout. But yeah, no, I honestly want to do this for the rest of my life. Like comedy, TikTok, anything that happens, I'm just going to go for it, whether yeah, I believe that the universe is working with me. I'm not like religious, but I'm very spiritual. Like I believe that like everything happens for a reason. The angel numbers I see all the time, I'm like, oh my God, I type it up. This is a sign, like it's just, I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I love what I do, and I want to do that for the rest of my life. Yeah.
It's really good that you're passionate about your job and what you're doing, because you're not like sad about it. Like you love what you're doing, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I do love what I do. I really do. There's days where the hate comments get to me, but as we talked about before, those strategies, running, meditating, putting the phone down, writing what I'm grateful for, those just get me out of that bad mind space, headspace, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Does the social media ever, I guess, influence your family life as well? Like, do you find that it impacts that?
My family are insanely supportive of what I do. Like although they don't think I'm funny, that's fine. That's just banter. They don't think I'm funny, but that's okay. But no, they're really, really supportive of everything that I do, everything about me. Like, and I'm very, very, very grateful for them. They're amazing. I think I don't think they quite understand. I think my mum now understands it. My dad is hopeless at social media, and my brother understands it, but my mum understands it now, because when I go out with her in public, like I went out last week to a shopping center and we were getting filmed while we were eating, which is like kind of creepy and kind of crazy, but like she now is starting to understand how much of an impact I'm having on people's lives and how much people enjoy my content and all that type of stuff. But yeah, I'm so grateful to have them. Like they're honestly the best people in the world. Like they're so supportive. They don't want to stop me with anything. They just want to let me fly free and see where this takes me, yeah.
If you had to choose like another influencer to collaborate with, who would it be and why?
Okay. Oh my God, wait.
It
Now I
can
need to
be a
think
few
about
if
this
that
one.
makes it easier.
Okay, number one, Anna Paul. I don't know if you know who she is. The love
Yes.
of my life. I love her. She replied to some of my comments. I really want her to follow me back so I can text her and be like, oh my God, I love you so much. Hands down, Anna Paul is like my favorite creator. Like she's just gorgeous. She's a perfect human being. She's so nice. That's someone I'd like to be friends with. Collaborate with. I think I have to pick someone who does something similar to me, like Millie. I would love to collaborate with Millie, like the grade 7 teacher. I think that would
Oh,
work really
yes.
well.
Yeah.
I
Let's
think,
look off the baddie.
yeah, I think we really need to get onto this. Like, honestly, that needs to happen. Jack Cooper, do you know who that is? Jack Cooper, yeah, love him. We're actually friends. Like we've talked before. He's amazing. He's with my manager too, and so I'll probably see him towards the end of the year for the Christmas party. But I would love to just like hang out with him, make TikToks with him. That'd be fun. Jake Fisher, who has like does that, don't know if I can say the word on it, but the
Yeah,
effing joke, yeah. Him, he's hilarious. The mum, Donna, like a little, anyways, those are probably my top 3 creators I'd love to collaborate with, Australian wise.
Do you ever see yourself collaborating internationally?
Oh, I think
Or is the goal just Australia for now?
I think if I were to collaborate with people, it'd just be Australian, but I would not be angry if I went to collaborate with someone in America or something. Like I'd love to go to America and meet like, I don't know, someone like Charlie D'Amelio, just because she's like really, really famous.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's just like most teenagers' dreams these days. But
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So what advice would you give to teenagers or anyone who wants to be an influencer or working with social media?
So I actually wrote some things down on a post-it note. So I have 4 tips for people who teenagers who want to be on social media. My tip number 1 is to create a niche market. So I'm going to use myself as an example. I started with grade 7 videos. How many people with over 100,000 followers do you see making grade 7 videos? Like, not many, to be fair. Like something like that, like dancing, like there's so many people, like the Charlie D'Amelios of TikTok who dance, do all that stuff. So I think my main advice would to create a niche, like something that is not out there, something that you enjoy making and other people enjoy making. My tip number 2 is to post consistently. That is probably my big tip, and use hashtags. Those hashtags get you on the For You page. Posting consistently, TikTok will be like, oh my God, this person's putting a lot of hard work into it. Now, I don't know if this is how it works, but this is just what I'm assuming. Like, they put a lot of hard work into it, that we're going to put them on the For You page. And if you keep posting like 1 to 2 times a day, or I now post once a day, but like 1 to 2 times a day for a few months, you have to be guaranteed to have some form of success, if that makes sense. Tip number 2 is to take every opportunity. Tip number 3, sorry, is to take every opportunity you get. There's just small brands, small businesses, take every opportunity. This podcast, take this opportunity. This is it's all amazing ways to build up your reputation, meet new people in the industry. Like, all of that stuff is very important. And my last tip is to have fun, because if you're having fun, the audience is having fun watching you. And TikTok and the audience can tell if you're not having fun making your videos. No one's gonna like it. It's not gonna get onto your For You page. And I've struggled with this recently. I've had a few weeks where I've been like, oh, I have to make a TikTok, but that's why you gotta have fun, be grateful, and all that fun stuff. Yeah, so those are my tips.
Great tips. I like the last one, especially if you're not having fun, we can tell.
Yeah, exactly.
Were you, just out of curiosity, were you one of those people who got TikTok because their friends were getting it, or did you kind of just be like, I'm gonna get TikTok?
I was one of the people that got TikTok because people were sending me TikToks, and I was like, you know what, let's just download it, just to watch TikToks, just to have fun. And I still wish I could be one of those people that just make a few dancing TikToks with their friends and cute bits and post it with just their followers. But now if I do that, I'll get lots of likes and lots of all that stuff. But yeah, no, I was just one of the people that downloaded TikTok just to see what it was all about. My friends had it, they were sending me TikToks, and then it's just had its natural progression, and here I am now with all these followers and all that stuff.
And last thing I want to say, is there any platforms that you want to shout out? So what's your TikTok, Instagram?
Okay, so my TikTok is, why am I getting my phone up? I already know it. It's Joe.Hanham, Joe.Ham. That was actually a nickname given to me by one of my friends, and then that's how I made the name for TikTok, which is really cool. My Instagram is joe.hanham, Hanham, like Hanham. Yeah, that's right. And if you even go to my TikTok, there's a link tree which will take you to there. You can press the Instagram button, it'll take you there. And that's the only platforms I'm really on now. Maybe in the future, YouTube or a podcast or something further down the road. But for now, those are my 2 main platforms. And then my Snapchat is in my bio. If you guys want to add it, it's Joseph, JOSEPH -HANHAM. And that's my Instagram bio. So yeah. And if you text me on Instagram, guys, I reply to your messages. Just saying. I'm not like other influencers. I reply, that's me. I'm different. I'm quirky, Yeah.
Great. We love that care for the fans. We love all of it. We're here for it.
Yeah, exactly. I love my fans so much. Where would I be without them, honestly? I wouldn't be here without them. Yeah.
All right. Well, I just wanted to thank you for coming and joining us today. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for having me. This has been great. I love sharing. If you ever need me to do another one of these, this has been so much fun. And like, I love sharing my insight into TikTok and letting everyone in on the secrets that other influencers are like, oh, we don't want to tell you. Like, I think everyone should try social media. It's such a fun thing. I love it.